Crypto.com will surprise everyone, but at what cost? We got to be talking about this. So without further ado, welcome back to Crypto Report. I'm Blacksea. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel right now. Anything I say in this video is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. It's for entertainment purposes only. Let's hop into it. All right, guys. I think that Crypto.com is going to conquer the crypto space for the foreseeable future. I think that it has the best domain name. I think that it has the best household staying power, if you will, right? You see all of the marketing campaigns with the F1 races, with the FIFA World Cup, with UFC, the Staples Center being the Crypto.com arena. I could go on. But I do want to make this post. I want to talk about this post that I made on Twitter. Follow me at 333 Blacksea. I say the tough pill to swallow for many is that Crypto.com will conquer the crypto space, but that does not mean Crow will fly with it. And you know, I think that concept is hard for a lot of the newer crypto investors to understand. And I think that, let me first start off with, it's okay to be a rookie in the space. It's okay to be a newbie in the space. Everyone started off that way. And you need to earn your stripes by trial by fire, by making profit, by losing money when it comes to trading and investing. And I will say that that's just trading and investing. Now we're talking about the cryptocurrency space, and it's much more difficult because it's a newer asset. So it takes more time to really understand what's actually going on. You have to be as close as you can to like the actual industry, like being a part of the industry to actually understand how this asset class is moving. And there's nothing wrong with not understanding this theory, or I shouldn't say this theory, this concept of that if Crypto.com succeeds, it does not mean that Crowcoin will succeed. And I'm going to get into it a little bit here, but I think that Crypto.com has the staying power, right? It's like becoming a household name, but Crowcoin has tokenomics, and Crowcoin, in my opinion, is being inflated. It's being inflated into oblivion, and I think that there is liquidity getting drawn from that, and it's kind of raising the market cap and the value of Crowcoin synthetically. It's not actually increasing the value because you add more coins to the circulating supply and the market cap, you print in more money. That does not mean the money is worth more, but it means the market cap, the total market cap is worth more, right? So looking at Crowcoin right now, we are getting a bit of a bounce. And, I look at this, and it's no surprise that I'm quite bearish on the overall market right now. I'm short a lot of different altcoins, including Crowcoin right now. And I've been very, very profitable over the past few months. And, guys, I say that because when I look at this chart, I see bullish curvature. I do. And we're getting a little bit of a bounce here, but in my opinion, we have Crowcoin has a lot of work to do before I start flipping, like, macro bullish. Like, we need to be closing above 15 cents before I even start talking about higher highs. And I'll be completely frank with you guys. I believe in the 4-year cycle, so I do believe that we probably have about a year of sell pressure before we even start to climb back up. And I think that we will see Crowcoin climb back up after the bear market, or maybe I would say probably October 2026, around November, somewhere around there. That'd be an appropriate time to be looking for a little bit of life to actually breathe into some of these altcoins. But for the time being, when I look at Market Cipher here, on the weekly time, the weekly timer, Market Cipher is coming down, and when the momentum wave is still light blue, which means the momentum is still to the downside. And guys, the money flow is just barely turning red here, and I think that we're gonna have some more time in the red. But I will say, in the immediate short term, with where Bitcoin's trading, moving into this holiday, by the way, happy Thanksgiving if you guys celebrate. That's today, the time of me posting this video. During holiday time frames for investing, it's very wonky price action. You either get big, juicy pumps, or you usually get some big, brutal dumps. It's pretty crazy. And I would be completely frank with you guys, there's some certain price levels on Bitcoin that we need to be holding over by the end of this week for the weekly candle closure. Otherwise, I think we're going to see a huge dump into this weekend. But as of right now, I expect this bounce to continue on the weekly time frame. Well, let's look at the daily as well. The daily is still below 12 cents. It looks like it's, look at this. Like, this is a sign of weakness, guys. When you look at Market Cipher and you have a green dot, usually these green dots are bottom signals and like a good long entry point. But when the money flow is red like this, the momentum wave is like this, and you're not really getting any legs to the upside, and you're just getting these like little tiny spiky, like liquidity grabs, it's a sign of weakness. And I think that you're forming another lower high. Now, there will be a significant bounce to come at some point. Now, maybe this is the beginning of that, or maybe we don't see that until Q1 of 2026. But there will be a significant bounce at some point, but I'll be treating it just as a lower high. Now, let me move back a little bit and talk about Crypto.com and CrowCoin. Guys, Crypto.com and CrowCoin are two very different things. And Crypto.com likes to talk about CrowCoin when it suits them, when it fits, right? But when CrowCoin is breaking down, all of a sudden, CrowCoin is not a part of Crypto.com. That being said, I think that has changed significantly since Crypto.com has partnered up with Trump's Truth Social. They made a CrowCoin treasury. Now, so why am I saying this? I'm talking about their circulating supply and how they've basically every single month there's 1.12 billion CrowCoins added to the circulating supply, and it is diluting the supply, right? So it is going to be much more difficult to get these higher price targets the longer it takes for the liquidity to come into CrowCoin. Now, like I said, guys, I'm shorting a lot of these altcoins. I'm biased, right? I'm biased, but I'm not biased because I still hold a few 100,000 CrowCoin. I still believe in Crow. I really, though, believe in Crypto.com, and I'm aware that Crypto.com will most likely succeed quite well. I mean, they already have succeeded very well, but I know that does not mean that CrowCoin will succeed. But as of right now, I am short Crow, about 38,570 CrowCoins, up about $1,000 on the trade, 336%. I won't be surprised if I lose some profit on this, but I'm going to keep this trade open. I have stop losses set, but if this trade goes a little bit more south, like if I start to lose profit, if CrowCoin bounces a little bit more significantly, like comes up to, say, 12 cents, I'm going to be looking to add a higher I'm going to size up this position. I'm going to size up this short position. Now, you look at this, and Bitcoin's at $91,000. We're rallying a bit. That's nice. I'm happy to see that. And you see that we are bouncing off of, we're breaking through 88,000. And I've been talking about this level here, guys, and I think that the most important areas of interest here are 88,000, this yellow line, 94,000, and 100,000. Until we get above 100,000, I just can't flip actually like macro bullish. But in the meantime, I will say, like, looking at the RSIs on the daily, they're curled up, green dot on volume, indicating a buy signal. I think that we probably are due for this bounce. I think that we are. But, guys, I am treating these bounces as shorting opportunities unless we see a massive, massive shift in this market. And I'm talking like, my invalidations are we start to see weekly candle closures over 100,000 again. But if you guys do want to trade with me and you want access to our private Discord where Crypto Kip and I are quite active in, and there's more of a one-on-one community with us, there's other traders, and we're just kind of building a trading community, feel free to check out in the pinned comment section or description box below. Sign up to Blowfin. You get a $5,000 sign bonus as well as access to our private Discord. It's completely for free. All you do is sign up and then go further down in the description box and click our Discord link, follow a couple steps, and you're in. So feel free to check that out, guys. They're all affiliate links down below as well, so it helps support this channel, and there's a lot of lucrative bonuses for you, so it's a win-win for everybody. Now, right now, in my opinion, we're moving in a bear market. I think that the bounces are for shorting. I know I've said that 100 times over the past month or so, but just know that with these big drawdowns, there's massive opportunity, whether that is investing in crypto companies, or that's investing in altcoins, or just buying Bitcoin. Quite frankly, right now, all I'm doing is buying Bitcoin, and I'm sniffing out on the private equity markets. I'm sniffing out some potential investments in other cryptocurrency projects, but I'm really staying away from altcoins because really, I've seen a lot of this play out this cycle, where it's been kind of like, I'll go full screen for this. It's been kind of like the crypto stock IPO cycle, like all these crypto companies going public, and it's kind of like they're getting their big paydays, their big payouts. And I think that I did really well with Circle. I got in private equity to Circle. I got in the pre-IPO for Gemini, and it did well. But I think that I would much rather be investing in the actual company than the altcoins, because the altcoins can get very manipulated. I mean, look at CrowCoin, guys. And I'm not saying that CrowCoin is manipulated. I'm just telling you that, guys, it was supposed to be decentralized, and Crypto.com pushed through all their big validators to push the 70 billion reminting of coins. Now, if I was a crypto.com investor, if I had equity in the company, I'd be like, that's great. You guys have more money now. You can make these deals happen. You're going to get more in line with the politicians. You're going to set up a CrowCoin treasury with Trump's social media group. That's fine. Print those coins. That's absolutely fine. But when you're investing in CrowCoin and you see the dilution on the shoulders of the early investors, it's pretty tough to witness that. I think that's also kind of playing out a little bit with XRP. I think that owning Ripple equity is very good, but I think owning XRP, I almost said shares, XRP coins is not as good of a play because they print more coins, right? So now let me know if this resonates with you, if you actually are picking up what I'm putting down in this video. I just want to make this video about my thoughts on crypto.com because I do think that crypto.com will surprise everyone. I think it's going to continue to conquer this entire space over the coming years. But I just want to emphasize that does not mean that CrowCoin will succeed, and that does not mean that CrowCoin will just be flying right up there with him. But that's all I got, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel right now, sign up to Blowfin, get access to our private Discord, and say hi to Kip and I. That's all I got. I'll see you next one. Bye-bye.